Today I'm headed out to paddle an entire workout with my mouth taped shut. Yes, an entire stinking workout. Why, you might ask? Well, simply because it's going to emphasize the point I want to make today. And that is, if you don't spend time paddling in Zone 2, then you won't become a faster paddler. Here's why. Without Zone 2 training, you won't have a solid training base, improve your fat utilization, preserve your glycogen, increase your lactate clearance capacity, and you'll risk overtraining your body. So, before we dive into each of these areas, let's take a look at what I mean by Zone 2. In its simplest form, Zone 2 refers to a percentage of your overall max heart rate that you train at. It's part of a series of zones ranging from 1 to 5, with 1 being your lowest training heart rate range, all the way up to 5 being your max heart rate. So, as you can see, Zone 2 sits comfortably towards the bottom with a heart rate range of 60 to 70% of your overall max heart rate. Now, although it is important to train in all heart rate zones, Zone 2 should have the most focus in your weekly training plan as an endurance athlete, and here are some reasons why. Number 1, it provides you with a solid training base. Unfortunately, most athletes think the only way to get faster is to train faster, and that simply is not true as our bodies have no solid base to build upon. For example, think about the grip strength in your hand. If you only focus on strengthening the individual fingers in your hand and not the palm of your hand, which all your fingers are connected to, then your overall grip strength will still be weak due to the fact that your palm, which acts as the base, is still weak. Likewise, when it comes to paddleboard training, if you only focus on high effort workouts, your body will see little improvement in your overall performance as you have no solid cardio base to build upon. So, in order to build a solid base, most professional athletes will spend 80% of their weekly training program based on aerobic conditioning such as Zone 2, with the remaining 20% focused on the higher zones in the anaerobic state. This helps ensure you are 1, dedicating adequate time to building your base, and 2, you don't overtrain your body by pushing too hard. Dr. Inigo San Millán says the ideal training plan consists of 3 to 4 days a week of Zone 2 training in the first 2 to 3 months of preseason training, followed by 2 to 3 days a week as the season gets closer, and 2 days of maintenance once the season is in full blown. So, with all that being said, you can see Zone 2 is an incredibly important part of training to focus on and dedicate tons of time to in order to build a solid base. Reason number 2, it improves your fat utilization, helps preserve your glucose, and increases your lactate clearance capacity. When training in an aerobic state in Zone 2, our bodies can utilize more fat for energy versus the glucose in our bodies when we're training at a higher heart rate level. By training our bodies to work at a higher efficiency level, we also train our bodies to preserve our glucose for when we need it later in a race, for example. Another great thing about training in Zone 2 is that our bodies also become more efficient at clearing lactate. So, when the time comes when we do need to paddle at a higher heart rate level using glucose for energy, and our bodies produce more lactate, our body can do a better job at clearing that lactate, giving us more energy to perform at those higher levels. And lastly, number 3, you will naturally become a faster paddler. By spending more time investing into Zone 2 training, your body will become incredibly efficient at paddling for longer periods of time using less energy. Because of this, your body will also become more efficient at paddling at higher heart rate levels, such as Zone 3 through 5. So, whether you're looking to increase your threshold limits for a distance race, or looking to increase your overall top speeds when it comes to sprinting, Zone 2 training will help you achieve it. It's something so easy and simple to do. All it takes is your time. Oh, that feels good. So I hope now you see just how important it is to implement Zone 2 training into your weekly training program. If you are interested in having more SUP workouts to do or want to be part of a SUP training team, I'll be launching a brand new program coming this spring. So if that sounds interesting to you, I highly encourage you to check out my newsletter, which is linked down below. Sign up for it, and don't miss out when I share the news when I launch that brand new program. That's it for today's video though, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.